game, and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
When you talk about a home field advantage, you have to consider Kinnick Stadium. The fans are right on top of the action. They are on top of the opponent's sideline, making it one of the most difficult places to play in all of college sports. Named after Niall Kinnick, a war hero, the beautiful wave to the Cancer Children's Hospital. This is one of the most iconic spots to watch a college football game in the country. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will go on the attack first. And here comes the maestro of this offense. What a rough game he had in that loss last time out, throwing 3 interceptions. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. He's got the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Hawkeyes look to keep this drive humming. Hand off Malton running left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Got it. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So Ohio State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day.
Really Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Say it. Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Finding some room. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The run inside. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Breaks into the open. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Buckeye! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Ball lofted up for grabs and is picked off. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. Taking it the other way.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Buckeyes have moved it inside the 20. Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
14, Iowa, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. 3rd and 7. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the first and second quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Phillips. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Here's Sayin to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Throwing, say it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
And a nice job by the running back. Space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And I love the aggressiveness and physicality of this defense. Third down, they run the football. You say absolutely not. This is a strength of this offense. Usually, they're really good at converting third downs. This defense just stood up and made a play.
Quarterback keeper. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that fourth down, and, of course, they go out and get it.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Complete on the left to Smith. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to run, it's Jackson. Runs through the tackle. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running inside, it's Phillips. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Escapes the pressure going right. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion.
Ready, go!
Say it. Bringing the heat. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
He rifles one deep to the left. Catch and stride inside the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They cough it up near their own goal line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long and you know it's passing situations, man, KD bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody, you know what's coming, get after the QB, and you cause the fumble.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And man, offense, defense, special teams, they are showing it all early in this football game. We're still in the first half. We got a 5-touchdown lead. Everything going right except for us, guys, because now we're going to have to figure something to talk about because this one isn't over, but it's close to almost at the half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Say it. Oh, they're after him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. on inside. It's Jackson. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Might have a chance. At the 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Third touchdown of the game. A third of his season total. He now has 9 on the year.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Minnesota taking on the number 14 team, the Michigan Wolverines.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looking downfield is Sayin. Finds his big tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cross. Here's a little room there. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Here's Sayin to throw. Grabs it in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
17 on the play. First down for the offense.
The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
Here we go. Ready, go.
From the red zone, it's Cross. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ready, go.
To the air on second down. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this... Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the ground, he's got it again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Running inside, it's Phillips.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. On the delay, it's Jackson. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. 30 short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. A run for the quarterback. There's a crease. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Throwing St. Clair. Gonna take a shot. Tough to get a rhythm off the bench, and the first one is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
There's some room, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. Second and long coming up. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Finds a man on the left, and they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Tavian St. Clair. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. This is a designed run. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Calls his own number. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the back. St. Clair looking left. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. Trying to take it back.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Fires to the big fella. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. QB draw. Maybe a crease. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Phillips. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Trying to pick up a first down. End off from the shotgun. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Cross. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing St. Clair. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On the draw, it's Cross. Powers through the defender. Got a little grass. The 30, the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another. Down.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The offense lining up for a first down play.
Red 54, jet.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity.